Lately, man, even while the game updates are kind of more low-key, it's just one reveal after another. Just this past weekend, Mojang kicked off one of the most interesting surveys that they have ever ran. The survey's all about drops, what kind of future updates we'd like to see, and a little bit more. Smack that like button, and if you haven't yet, subscribe. Dude, look how close we're getting. We're on that road to 2 million, and we're so close, man. I need your help. We begin with the music, man. Listen to it. Apparently, Mojang, Microsoft, seemingly accidentally released a music album on YouTube Music called Steve Rocks the Block. This little leak here was spotted by the community sometime last week before it was quickly removed. Bam! But then, lo and behold, only a couple of days later, the actual EP ended up dropping on Spotify. The EP kind of seems a little bit low-key. That's insane. That's a really low number. The EP has all the remixes that were done for Smash Bros. Minecraft collab. It's pretty sick. Hopefully Nintendo doesn't get it removed, and it reminded me that I still haven't tried it. You reminded me that I still haven't tried Smash Bros. Or the Minecraft collab. Whoops. Hey, oi, so by the way, I forgot to say, this week, it's a Minecraft recap. We're back at it again. Do you guys like the idea of this rapid fire round becoming a series on the channel? I could do it almost every week. Let me know, please. Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Slide into Minecraft Bedrock, slide into multiplayer servers, and if you're lucky, you will notice a brand new server here. Now, on my menu, I don't have the brand new one quite yet. Sliding on over to the preview, and the same exact thing. I don't have the brand new server yet. I believe this new server is being slowly rolled out. Thanks to Smokey Stack, we've got a little sneak peek as to what the server banner is going to look like. The server is called Gen Wars, and from the looks of this screenshot right here, it might be in beta testing right now, so probably coming fully soon. Then when Smokey was able to join, we got a little bit more. We got this cool loading screen. It's sick. It reminds me of old Windows. That's pretty cool. And then we have Welcome to Gen War. This is a persistent PvP raiding game. How do I play? And then a little bit of instructions right there. So you can see right here that actually a solid handful of players were able to get online and that the server is in beta testing. All right, now ladies, it is Detective Fedora time because this next one here is quite curious and it's kind of illegal. Given Microsoft's love for DMCA strikes on the community recently, I have to be very careful. You see, this next part, I would love to tell you about it, but just in case, legally speaking, as per I was advised by my assistant, this is all just a prank, bro. There's like a good chance, like I would say a 99.9% chance what I'm about to tell you about is real, but there is also a 0.1% chance that it's all just a joke, man. Wink, wink. Read in between the lines, okay? Yes, the Minecraft WhatsApp server. So this past week, the WhatsApp server has been lit up with a bunch of stuff. Some beautiful Minecraft Valentines. Pretty sick. But the thing that we actually care about, well, it happened right near the end of the week when we got hit with not one, but actually there's a second one. The second one is all about realms and stability. And a third one right here, this other survey right here, it's all about the Marketplace Pass, the winter one, and did you like it? But our main survey, the one that we really care about out of our trio of surveys, it's this one. We love your feedback. We're conducting a survey for feedback on Minecraft vanilla game drops. If you're interested in providing feedback, take the survey by Wednesday, January 28th. And mind you that this survey, it was debuted on Thursday, February 12th, 2026. So if you want to take the survey, you actually have to transport it back with a time machine. Yeah, so quite obviously, we're getting a little bit of feedback for the vanilla game drops, but it's also a tool for detecting time travelers. Now this survey, if I were to tap on this link and then try and, start taking the survey right here, before I get too far into the survey, Microsoft confidentiality statement. So this is saying right here that legally, if I'm going to take the survey, I cannot share what is inside of this survey. Otherwise, all of my answers are void. What this also means, according to my consultants, after consulting with my consultants, I probably shouldn't screen record the survey and show it in the video. Also, things like screenshots of the survey, not technically the best idea either, and even discussion of it, questionable at best. So the survey, it's got quite a bit of traction. A lot of people have noticed this survey. If you slide over to Twitter, there's a decent handful of people sharing screenshots of the survey. This is a great screenshot that I only want to share just to kind of show you what the vibe of the survey is. You'll have a question, what are the main reasons you played Spring to Life? And then you have a checklist where you're going to want to basically check all of the boxes that apply type thing. So Bruno played Spring to Life because Bruno likes to use the new decorative blocks and wanted to explore the game. Bruno did not play Spring to Life because of the combat changes that didn't even exist or wanting to build stories. Now, fortunately, I was able to take the survey. Allegedly. Dude, man, I'm so sorry. I just want to be extra careful. Microsoft with their DMCAs, I don't know what's going on at the leadership in Mojang right now. You gotta be careful. So when you take this survey, everything kicks off with a little bit of assembling the crowd, a little bit of general information. The survey begins by asking what kind of versions you play on, where do you play Minecraft, how often do you play Minecraft nowadays, and for how long have you been playing Minecraft nowadays. Now I want to take a pause from that survey really quick to take a look at the timing of it, because the timing is quite interesting. Out of all of the drops that we've had, pretty much since the bundle update, it's safe to say the 26.1 is probably the smallest update when it comes to features being added to the game. I mean, sure, by sheer number of changes, we have quite a bit if you want to count every single new mob as a change, but when it comes to actual gameplay and things you're really wanting to do, well, all we really have is a new crafting recipe for the name tag and the golden dandelion, which, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful change, that's really good, but this is a tiny drop right now. Small drop, you already know what the community overall thinks of this one. It's safe to say the 26.1 is the least well-received drop so far. Not the very popular current update, on top of some of the other drops not exactly being so hot either, at least in some people's eyes. All of that on top of how long it's been since we've had a major update, going on 2 years this year. Maybe this next major update is finally about done being cooked? Small drop, kind of unpopular drop, drops overall being meh, and a long time since a major update, and maybe the next one's ready. All of that combined, and well, the timing of this vanilla game drop survey is interesting to say the least. Alrighty, so back to our survey. After Mojang collects a little bit of general information on the players, next up, we get into individual questions on every single drop. We were asked to rate every single drop since the creaking update, and you know how it goes, basically pick your favorite drop. And then, after picking our favorite drop out of all of them, we go drop by drop through all of the drops that happened since that creaking update, and well, we're basically asked to rank a lot of the features in every single drop. So, for example, we have the creaking update. We're asked about the features inside of that update, maybe which specific feature was your favorite, was it the pale wood, the new biome, or what, and then why you actually wanted to play that update. And why you actually wanted to play that update, that's where Bruno comes in right here. This is the exact type of question that I'm talking about. What were the main reasons you played Spring to Life? And then you have that whole list, you check all the boxes. After doing that for every single update up until this point, so we don't include 26.1, the real juicy part happens. The survey then moves on to the future, and what kind of features would what would you like to see come to Minecraft the most? For a feature, let's say maybe, for example, new wood types, you are asked to rank it from 1 being least exciting all the way to 5 most exciting. The features that are being ranked here, well, these are all going to be, again, alleged. Well, look, I'm not trying to incriminate anyone, but if you know where to look, you can find screenshots of everything that I'm talking about online on different social media platforms. So it's out there. You can find it. That's your proof. One of the very first things that the community is asked to rate their excitement about is something called vehicles. Now, if we think about vehicles inside of Minecraft, right now, we really kind of only have, 2 vehicles, I would say. You have the boat, you have the minecart. I mean, if you want to count rideable mobs, happy gas donkeys, maybe you have even more vehicles, but to me, the happy gas is more of a mob, not really a vehicle. So right now, we're asked to randomly rank how exciting would it be to have more vehicles inside of Minecraft. Another thing the survey asks about is biomes. How exciting is it to have new biomes added to Minecraft? New biomes is kind of an obvious one. Obviously, we could have taken a guess that at some point in the future, biomes will come to Minecraft. If this game is going to last, forever, well, eventually we're going to have another biome. Dimensions. They straight up asked us in the survey, how exciting would it be to have a brand new dimension added to Minecraft? And dude, I don't even know why Mojang would ask that question. It's like they already know that a new dimension would by far be like the most exciting thing in the world to come to the game. They're polling us on how interested we are in a new dimension. Oh my god. End update? Is that oh yeah, no, never mind. Mojang even asking about the end update. No, they didn't even do it. They don't even care to know about how exciting it would be for an end update or more features in the end. No. Instead, we're going all the way to a brand new dimension, too. The survey also surveys about things like mobs. How exciting are different categories of mobs to you? Allegedly speaking, it included things like weapons as well. How exciting are new weapons and new building blocks? Then we get an abstract one. Allegedly. We are asked how exciting it would be to have brand new modes come to the game. Of course, they were not able to elaborate very much more on what these new modes could actually mean, but the idea of a new mode, well, that's quite intriguing because right now we only have 4 modes, and that's how it's kind of been for like a decade. After a couple more questions, our survey then concludes with a thank you for participating. Sir, look, here's the thing. The things in the survey. I don't think Mojang would ask how exciting it would be for these things to come to the game if they never planned on adding those things to the game. Like, for example, Mojang has said a million times over, no sharks in the game. Therefore, they would not tease us, asking us if we would like the idea of sharks to come to the game. Instead here, I kind of more believe that this survey, well, I kind of get the vibe here that they're not only taking a look at what the community thinks about drops and things like that, but perhaps which drops would be the most popular, so the developers know what they should shift focus over to. Like, this is literally perfect. You have drops that have not been really received the greatest, so they poll the community and say, hey, okay, well, what kind of drops would you actually like? And then, maybe not for this very next drop, but for some upcoming drops, they could take a look at what was the most popular thing inside of the survey. It's got to be Dimensions, guys. There's no way that outranks anything else. And then, I guess, maybe start making drops focused around them. A drop for a dimension? That sounds crazy. So with that logic, if we were to take it at face value, it seems that Mojang is contemplating adding more biomes, blocks, and less obviously, perhaps new vehicles, weapons, and maybe even a new dimension too. Not a different topic, maybe we'll talk more about it some other time, but the drops seemingly have themed patterns right now. It might all just be coincidence, but last year we had Spring to Life, then this year we have Spring to Life V2. The devs literally said this update, they call this like a sequel to Spring to Life, except this time for the mobs. Another good example, our Winter 2024 update, the Creaking update, our Winter 2025 update, the Mounts of Mayhem update. Both kind of scary updates. So, taking a look at that survey and taking a look at the theme of our last summer update, that would go to say that perhaps next up, we're taking a look at drops that have to do with vehicles or mounts moving around your world. And speaking of Minecraft Live, it's about time for a familiar thing that happens right before every Minecraft Live show. In the official Minecraft Discord server, they announced that on February 23rd, the Discord server is going to be closed for maintenance, and then a big, exciting overhaul will happen. I think it's happened like 3 times now. Every single time this happens, Minecraft Live is then pretty quickly announced. And on top of that, it looks like tomorrow should be Snapshot Day, my dudes. So smash like, subscribe, and well, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new Snapshot. Goodbye.